Yo, everybody. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is better to have the blinds up or down because this is kind of funny. Dots all over my face. But the sun is shining. It's very beautiful today, Sunday. Thought I would give a little update and talk about something kind of interesting to me. I met a girl yesterday, very intelligent, incredibly intelligent girl, very beautiful and delicate, petite, intelligent as fuck. Kind of makes me feel really dumb to be around her a little bit, actually. I've also realised that my head is not working as good as it used to work. I'm pretty sure that's to do with drinking too much alcohol, so using alcohol. So if it's like a drug, it is a drug. But yeah, probably because I'm drinking too much alcohol, it's beginning to burn a hole in my head, in my brain, or caffeine addiction. It could be also because I'm by this point of the evening. Actually, to be fair to myself, I did wake up at 4:30 in the morning yesterday, and I was with her until like 10 o'clock in the evening. So I think lack of sleep could have had something to do with it too. Just my memory, I was like beginning to like lose the red thread of conversations and stuff. We call it, we say red thread in Deutsch, which means basically losing the thread of the conversation. So anyway, met this girl, very beautiful. We were talking about like what spirituality means to us, which is exactly the kind of conversation that I like to have with somebody when I meet them for the first time, especially if it's like a date like this, a date situation. And she asked me what it means to me, and I said it means oneness, oneness in every sense of the word. And I just wanted to kind of talk about this now for a bit. Just like, what does spirituality mean? What does oneness mean? When I say oneness, like, I mean in every sense of the word. Like, we are, if you go inside of us, we're all the same, right? we're one. We're just like, we have the same like insides. We have the same blood, same kind of blood, same uh, bones structure. Generally, of course, there are exceptions to this, but we're all the same. We're blood and guts. We're meat sacks. And then on a kind of biological level, that's what that's yeah. On a sorry, also biological, but they were all part of this kind of ecosystem of the planet, right? And everything is like should be symbiotic. Of course, it's not. We're more or less destroying everything. It's this human way to do stuff. It's kind of stupid. But we're like symbiotic, right? Everything is symbiotic with everything else. If one thing disappears, like if the insects, for example, disappeared, then everything would disappear after a while. I mean, maybe we can make some sort of technology to rescue us, but I'm not counting on it. I'm not banking on this. So fucking save the insects. Um, so as I was saying, we're one in this way too. Like we're everything is symbiotic. Everything on this hierarchy is symbiotic. And then furthermore, where there's like a oneness within consciousness too. It's like we're on a multi-layered. I mean, this is my perception of everything, and it's no way that I can prove anything. So you just have to accept this as the mad ramblings of a man on YouTube. But like we are on a kind of more spiritual level, on a psyche level, on an emotional level. Okay, let's go for the emotional level first here. We're one on an emotional level. So if you are, for example, having a emotional day, something happens within this pool of emotions of human beings and a wave hit you. So if you, for example, somebody around you, for example, the day before or a week before had a bad day, let's just say, had an emotional day or a bad day, um, a day where they were frustrated or angry, or these are basic emotions that I'm kind of bringing up here. But let's say it could also be sad or whatever, and then this wave of sadness hit them, and they somehow spoke to you in a certain way or said something or whatever, and that basically this wave of emotion carries on beyond them and into you, and maybe it started before them too, if that makes sense. So this wave of emotion passed through many, many people, hit this friend of yours who said something to you which made you feel sad or frustrated or whatever emotional wave is coming at that time, and then it carries on. We are one on an emotional level, and how you act and how you react to your emotions will basically dictate the emotions of many other people. It's like a butterfly effect, or butterfly effects, or like ripples in a pond, ripples in water. So when these waves of emotion come over you, if we don't know how to um, communicate them honestly, or if we don't know how to deal with them just like properly, then they will continue, and potentially they could be damaging. I see this a lot with frustration. When one person is frustrated, then they pass their frustration on to the next person, who in turn becomes frustrated, sometimes instantaneously, who then later on passes this frustration onto another. We're just like passing this emotional state on from one person to another. This is really, I think we have to be careful with this, because we don't know how far this goes. We don't know how far that frustration will extend beyond ourselves. So that's one thing. Another level of oneness that I'm considering how I'm talking about. I look tired this morning. I am tired. And then also on a level of consciousness, and this is again, it's kind of another thing that you can't really prove or disprove. So just have to take me as a mad man rambling on YouTube. Um, so we have, and what do I mean by like oneness of consciousness? So there's like a lot of kind of philosophical ideas about this consciousness, and to be honest, I don't know. I don't read philosophy. I don't do this. I just create my own ideas and I kind of go with them. And I know this is not the correct way to do it. You can't really do that nowadays. Nobody wants to hear this like far out ideas. They want sources. They want you to go off the back of um, other ideas and other thoughts. But anyway, maybe there are other philosophers or whatever that think this similarly to me. Yeah. So oneness of consciousness. So we are, I believe, or in my experience, that we are a single consciousness, and that all life, uh, so that all life is conscious, and that all life is within consciousness, and that we can only exist. All existence is conscious, as in, I imagine like consciousness being like the foundation, being what's the word I'm looking for here? Medium in which all life exists. So consciousness is first. It's not that we are physical beings having a conscious experience. We're consciousness creating a physical experience. So again, I can't. There's nothing. I can't. You can't prove this. You can't prove or disprove this. Just thoughts. Just thought games. All right. Just that, and I say it's from my experience that I've come to these conclusions. Uh, so consciousness, and I mean this as in we share this, like we share this consciousness, and from this single unified gooey conscious being comes everything. This is so difficult to kind of conceptualize, and so I'm happy that I'm making this video because I really want to get these concepts into words. I've tried to do it a few times, but it's really difficult. So on this, we have this like plane of existence, plane of consciousness, this malleable, fruity, chaotic space. And from this space of chaos, we create our existence. And it's very beautiful, and it's a beautiful song that we play. That's our existence, our reality is very beautiful. And we love it. We secretly love this. We hate it at the same time, but we love it too. We want to change it, and we want to, do all these things. But if we had the option, which we do at every moment, have the option to completely dismantle our reality if we want to, but we don't. It's because we love it, because we don't want to lose this. We don't want to lose separation. We want to be separate from each other because we love each other, because we love ourselves, and that's really what it is. We love ourselves. We don't quite realize this, that when we love someone else, we actually love ourselves, and same goes the other way around. If we love ourselves, then it kind of means we love other people, we love others. So we are one consciousness. From this universal consciousness, we are peering through this window. From consciousness, from awareness, from a space of awareness, we're peering through a window into consciousness, and this is existence. It's a window. It's a window into emotions and light. It's funny, I heard this a lot, like, we are light beings, you hear this a lot from the kind of hippie new age movement, and it's true. We are beings of light, right? When you look at another being, human being, or any being actually for that matter, what you see as light. They're a being of light. It's reflected, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Everything that exists that you can see exists in the realm of light. So it's all light. And you can argue that, well, this is not just a light being, or this is just a stone, or whatever. But to you, it's not. To you, it's light. And that's something we should never forget. That we cannot prove anything outside our own existence. We can't prove that there's a stone there. We can't do that. You can set up some instruments, and then you could look at the instruments, but you can't prove the instruments are there either. The instruments are just light too. So in the end, everything is light. I say this all the time. My friends, it drives my friends mad that I think like this. But anyway, what can you do? I do think like this. So we are one consciousness. We are one biological system. We are one on one planet. We are one emotional being. We are all sharing everything. So be careful what you put out there. Be careful which emotions you release into this pool. Own your shit, deal with your shit, and try to let love emanate from your point of being. Anyway, another rambling, 15 minutes. I will try to refine this at some point. Ciao.